Hello, friends. Let's see. Okay, I actually have my volume on today, so I'm not messing that up. Oh my goodness. Oh, you just woke up? Okay, hang on, Chad. I thought the cat was sleeping, but now he wants out. Give me one moment. 1 second. You hopped down at the exact time that I started. Did I wake you up? Did I disturb your sleep? Hmm? Did I disturb your sleep? All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought he was gonna sleep through the stream, but nope, I disturbed his sleep. I disturbed his slumber. Okay. All right. Let's pop this in here. All right, let's scroll on up. Let's see. Oh my goodness, hop in chat tonight. Hello, everyone. Okay, so Kenny says, be right back, snack time. Hi, Kenny. Ashley, hello. And no worries, get some rest. Let's see, Ray, hello. Jennifer, hello. Oh, and first time here. Well, welcome, Ray. Jennifer, hello. And White Diamond, yes, I remember you. I can hardly forget your name. You're one of the few names that I wonder how on earth did she get those emotes in her name? So, yes, I remember you. Let's see, who else do we have? Noni, hello. Let's see, Kat, hello, Kat. Let's see, Marilyn, hello. Just stop by for a bit while I wind down for bed. Sounds good. Hi, Melissa. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Hello, Pat. Aspie, hello. Mary, hello. Allie, hello. Lisa, April, hello, hello. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Scrolling on down. Hang on. Mona, Leslie, hello, hello. Let's see. Denise, hello. Oh, she says, hola, hola, Denise. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing Loretta. Ooh, Eddie's Caramel Delight Ice Cream and a fresh, hot, creamy, sweetened cup of coffee to sip on during the stream. Oh, my word, Loretta. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Oh, and it's Steve. Hi, Steve. I still need to make Steve a mod. I probably should do that at some point. Let's see. Let's see. Groon. Hello. Ahoy, Groon. Scroll on down. Okay, I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Did you list for Tanya? I wondered about that. Well, hello everyone. So we had a busy weekend, what with our Victorian Colorathon. I hope everybody got to see everyone they wanted to. Hi Alexis, hi Boots. We had, so many streamers. I think it was pretty successful. And if you decide to hang late this time, I'm good now. Okay, sounds good, Sherry. We'll see. I think I'll be able to get all this done tonight. Oh, I was going to show you too. I posted a brief picture of it in my Instagram stories if you're on Instagram. But I was working on my cat. Look at that dancing lemon. That lemon looks just as happy as I am. Thank you, Cat. We get some hypes in chat for Cat. Exclamation point hype. Or if you remember, you can use the handy emotes. Thank you so much, Cat. Seriously, you are so sweet every time. Oh man, thank you so much. I'm putting my emotes in here. I always forget to open this up, and then occasionally I'll do, and I'm so proud of myself. There we go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. But yeah, so I started this last night. I'm using the Arteza art markers on it. It's obviously way brighter than I usually do. Hi, Jay. Isn't she, Kenny? She really is. Why do I think of Steve as Captain America? I'm down with that. You didn't see me, but I'm nodding my head. I think of Steve as Captain America, too. But yeah, so I started this last night. I worked on it a little bit today, but I'm using the Arteza art markers. And so I want to add, right now this is just a solid blue, but I think I'm going to go in and add a little bit more blue around the edges. I'm going to finish off, I think this is supposed to be ribbon, but I wanted to make it gold instead to kind of match her collar and her cuffs. But yeah, I am absolutely loving the Christine Karen pages. So we've got this page. Maybe we'll, if we can finish this today, maybe we'll start a Christine Karen page on Friday. Then Saturday we have our gold stream, and then we have 2 regular streams, and then the weekend after that is the Spooktober colorathon. So we have got a full couple of weeks. Like Captain America, if he stopped working out and ate a lot more. Steve. But yeah, so I got started on this one, and yeah, it's a lot bolder in colors than I usually do, but I mean, that's markers for you. It's hard to get, you know, soft pastel colors with markers. Steve, don't destroy my illusion. Can you do a stream with castle arts, please? Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, I've got these right here. I think we did, what did we do? We colored something with castle arts. I don't remember what we colored. I mean, I'm exactly like Captain America. Exactly. So anyway, yeah, this was kind of fun. We got to jump on that. So yeah, lots of fun. Sherry, if you're still here, I sent you an email. Be sure to check your emails real quick, because I need your, well, you'll see it in the email. Go ahead and do that and then message me back. Okay, so you did part of a page in World of Flowers. Oh, that's right. We did a little bit. That's right. We did a little bit. Yeah, we could do a page with that. Anyway, yeah, I am absolutely loving the Christine Karen pages. What I'm doing is I'm actually scanning the pages in. You know, Joanna, here's the funny thing, is that this, and killer sandwich making skills. Yes, he does have killer sandwich making skills. The hurricane, it's not moving as fast as they thought. You know, it's kind of stalled out, and we've gotten a little bit of rain, but I think once it makes full, it's kind of hovering over Houston at the moment. I think once it makes full landfall, then we'll get some rain, but we're kind of like in the in-between, you know, like when a hurricane, you know, it's spinning and everything, you know, there's some bands of rain here, there's some bands of rain here. Well, we're sort of falling in the area where there isn't, any bands of rain. And Boots, yes, I am. It is on the list, because right now it just has the numbers, not the names. So yes, that is on the list of things to do. But yeah, so I've just been cutting out the pages and then scanning them in and printing them on paper that'll work a little bit better. But yeah, it's really not. Joanna, are you getting any rain? Some of these are pretty cute, though. Like this one, I don't know. Her hair intimidates me. I'm not entirely sure how I'd color her hair. I mean, I do it, but it's a little bit more intimidating than something that's flowy like this. This one would be cute. It's just a small one. That'd be good for Valentine's Day. This one's kind of fun. I've seen this one lots. So I've seen a lot of really beautiful renditions of that one. But yeah. My phone is not on silent. Ah, perfect. Okay, Sherry, I'll take a look at that in a sec. Anywho. Okay. I'm all into hair lately. Well, I mean, and I wanted to do one with the markers, so I figured this one with kind of larger spaces would have been a little bit easier. Rain band from way out, but no storm weather. Yeah, the wind kind of picked up today, but Steve and I both were like, so it's quite the hurricane we got going on here, as we're like looking out and like the trees aren't moving and there's no rain, and we had the door open all day, which for those of you that don't know, being able to have your door open all day in Texas is like a flippin' miracle. Like we had mosquito like covers, so like the mosquitoes weren't gonna get in, but yeah, as far as weather and humidity wise, it's a pretty rarity where you can have your door open. Okay, well, I don't think we have many announcements tonight, so I say we go ahead and dive right in and get this puppy finished. Although it's so funny putting that Christine Karen page with the markers next to it. It's just like, wow, this looks so much more lighter than the other one. But that's the difference between, you know, like pencils and markers. But not having 100 degrees is dreamy. Yeah, I know, right? Like, we're like, oh, it's just a nice brisk 70. Our daughter asked Steve if we should light a fire. You know, like in the fireplace. We're like, we're not quite ready for that quite yet. Hi, Tanya. Oh, they were made 50% off. Okay. Wait, sorry, Steve? What did I miss? Where's Steve? What'd he say? Oh, I also forgot that I'm hilarious too. Okay, let's go ahead and start with, well, let's just move left to right, I think. I'm gonna do some brownish leaves here. So let's grab 76, which is Van Dyke Brown, and we're using the Lyra Rembrandt. My poor fireplace is lonely. I don't even think we've ever lit our fireplace. It just seems like a bit of a hassle for the lack that we would, the little that we would actually use it. Okay, raw umber. Whoop, running away, raw umber. I don't think we'd need brown ochre, but we'll grab it anyway. And then we'll get ochre. Let's grab our olive green. And let's grab our moss green as well, which is number 68. There we go. Alrighty. Well, I did end up making that parsnip snoop and bread, homemade bread tonight, so that was pretty good. Steve can attest it was a very tasty dinner tonight. Get that in focus and then lighten that. Perfect. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and start with, I feel like I should have so many more announcements. I mean, we're 10 minutes in. I shouldn't be starting to color yet. I should still be blabbing about all the other things we've got going on, but yeah, I'm out of announcements. All right. So number 76 is what we're starting with. I'm doing my hat in lavenders and grays with leaves and bright colors. Yes, Joanna, I saw your video. I was just like, oh, she's coloring the hat. What brand of laminator do you use to keep your swatches neat and clean? I have a Scotch brand laminator, Melissa. Steve got it for me for Christmas 2 years ago. And I absolutely love it. I need to laminate a few of them. I tend to try to like do them in batches because I know I have to update a few ones. But yes, it's the Scotch brand laminator that I use. There we go. Have you tried the Derwent Light Fast? I ordered 10 to try from Blick. I don't think so. I've done the Derwent Color Soft, the Derwent Inktense, and the Derwent Watercolors. I don't think I have tried the Derwent Light Fast. You'll have to let me know how you like them. Oh no, Joanna. But tomorrow is the 22nd, which means that I should be getting Johanna's mini secret garden. Ooh, if we get this done tonight, maybe we could do that on Friday. Since it's a mini book, maybe we could just do the mini page or something. Yeah, that could work. We're just using the Van Dyke Brown right now. Well, I mean, technically she did make it bigger in the original Secret Garden. And plus the page, she has 2 new pages in the back. One's a floral and one is, it looks like a watering can, like a floral watering can. But it looks like it's pretty big as far as, you know, for a mini one. If you take a look at Color with Claire's review for it, I don't know if one of my mods want to grab the link for that. You can see she compares the size difference with her copy of Secret Garden. So technically she did make it bigger because this is just a mini. But I saw in another group, and I went ahead and pre-ordered it, they're making a mini Enchanted Forest. So that is going to come out as well. So that's exciting. And it should be out, I want to say it's March of 2021. So, I mean, it's got a ways to go. But you know, these are kind of like the pages in the interim. The funny thing is you know, her new floral pages that or new floral page in Secret Garden, it has more of a World of Flowers vibe, and part of it is on a certain level. I feel like her style has changed a little bit over the years, which is absolutely normal for artists as they go along. You know, which I think, you know, maybe that's partially influenced by you know, like responses she's got back from other books, you know, about how, hey, it's too detailed, or, you know, whatever else. But yeah, someone I know is found. Oh, doing a premiere. Okay. And yes, it is. Well, it's out technically in the US tomorrow, Joanna. Hi, Tanya. Let's see. Noon that had his little break from Wild Souls. I've been on it like crazy. Oh, awesome. Mine has changed, so yeah, it's normal. Yeah, of course. Oh no, Aspie. All right, so now we're gonna use raw umber. But yeah, this weekend should be fun. So Friday, if we can get this done today, which I honestly think that we will. If we can get this done today, then Friday, yeah, honestly. Okay, how about this? What if on Friday we do the page from the new mini coloring book, as long as, you know, mail doesn't get delayed for whatever reason. We'll do like the watering can page, and we'll use Castle Arts. Does that sound good? Because that should be, it looks simple enough. I think we could get that done in one stream, and then we can maybe start a Christine Karen page on that following Monday. That could work. Oh, for sure, Allie, for sure. Oh, awesome, Sherry. I really didn't have anything particularly in mind about how I was going to color this leaf. We definitely have plenty of layers to do, though. Okay, so 82. I mean, it's essentially a new Johanna book. How can I not, you know? Most of you know I have my love of coloring goes straight back to her books. Like, she's my staple books. That's fair, Kat. That's fair. I've never tried Castle Arts. Are they hard? I'm trying to remember. I used them once. I don't think they're super hard. I mean, it's not like Prisma, and to be perfectly honest, the only pencils I found that are even remotely close to I can't talk. Remotely close to Prismacolors or something like Caran d'Ache, except Caran d'Ache are higher quality. There are very few that are as soft and blend the way that Prismacolor do. What link did you ask for? I'm in chat now. Oh, the link to Color with Claire's review for the mini Secret Garden. She lives in the UK, so she was able to get hers before ours. It's not her most recent video. Her most recent, I think, was a Beauty of Horror video. I want to say it's her second most recent. Not positive. Ah, perfect. Thank you, Kenny. Oh, wait, that's the Amazon link. Okay. Wait, 3 mini journals? Wait. Hold up. 3 mini journals? Is that something that's new that I missed? Hold up. I'm pulling it up real quick. Oh wait, no, those have been out. Those have been out for a while. No, this will be the Secret Garden mini book. Oh, I don't have a link for that. I gotta make that at some point. Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, it's just the mini Secret Garden coloring book. Yeah, those ones are the mini journals. Like the tiny, I actually use those all the time. I think I got like 2 packs of those. They were really on sale at one point. Okay, now let's go ahead and use moss green. Okay. We're definitely gonna have a few more layers. Definitely. I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure I have I was up on all of her stuff, which is why I was so excited to see that there was a Enchanted Forest mini book that was coming out, so that's pretty cool. I should probably change that Nightbot command. Join our new coloring group. It's been out for a while. It's not so new anymore. Kenny, you're a goof. Although I will say it's kind of cool. We're closing in on 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. We just hit that on Instagram last month, but I do find it interesting that they're kind of neck and neck. But we are only 60 YouTube subscribers away from hitting 10,000. Hey, so if you're not subscribed or you're watching this back and you're not subscribed, you should hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell for when we go live. Hashtag YouTube plug. That's hilarious. Okay. I can see if my tea has cooled yet. We're gonna go much darker, don't worry. It's a little bit. I'm gonna try and get together a tutorial, but I definitely need... Oh, of course, Sherry, for sure. Got the liquid chrome in a sketchbook a couple years ago. Oh, that's cool. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Hi, Cheryl. Hello. Is this part 2 or part 3 of this harvest hat? This is part 3. Part 3. So, part 1, we colored the cone here. We colored the cone, and we did, I think, the patch. And then I colored the brim off stream. And then part 2, we colored the braid, this foliage here, and the patch. So yeah, part 3, we should be able to finish this back part. Yeah, for sure. Well, Sherry, just send me an email or something with all your questions, and then when I get the chance, I'll respond back. That's the nice thing about email is that it doesn't have to be instant. But I should have some time at some point this week to sit down and respond to questions. For sure. Let's see, is that too bright? It's actually really light, so it looks bright, but it's really not. All right, we're gonna go in a little bit darker now. So we're grabbing Van Dyke Brown. Oh, who came in? Hi, Jay. Okay, if I missed anyone coming in, I apologize. Oh, Tara Lynn. Hi, Tara Lynn. For sure, Sherry. What did it does it say part 3? Did I put something? It did. I did put part 2. Oh, silly me. I think the cover photo says part 3. But yeah. That's my bad. I wonder if I can... Hold up. My sound's probably going to come on here. Okay, mute that. Now I need to fix it, because that's going to bother me otherwise. Okay. Part 3. There we go. Aha! Huzzah! It's fixed now. No, you're good. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm making a new video and it is, or I'm scheduling a new stream and it's like the same from part 1, like I'll copy the description info, and I think that's what happened before. When all this mess is over, we need to do a colorist weekend. Just rent out a full hotel at the conference center and spend a weekend just coloring and chatting. Yes, Kat, we need to do that. Yes. I would love that. That would be so much fun. So much fun. Well, they kind of did something like that in the UK, but there's those of us that don't live in the UK. We live here in the US. And as much as we wanted to come, we couldn't. But yes, that would be amazing. Have a coloring con or a coloring convention or whatever it is we want to call it. There's been 1 or 2 like actual coloring meetups like here in my town, but nobody I really connected with, or you know, that they really didn't come to the others. Let's see. Don't tell Steve, but we made all German food tonight. Nice. Oh, for sure, Sherry. Yeah. All right, raw umber. Well, for now, I have to say, even though, you know, we're stuck inside and there's not a whole lot of traveling, it does make me very glad that I kind of have this connection outside of my home, you know, with like-minded people. For sure. Ooh, nice, Tierlin. Because of COVID, Cat, or just stopped in general? We definitely need to get some red on this leaf. Like, I'm seeing how this is coming up now with all the layering, and it needs some red. Like, pronto. Yeah, we need some red. We're gonna grab Indian red, I think. No, that's burnt ochre. Indian red. Ah, here we go. Oh, awesome, Sherry. Okay, and brown ochre. Oh, Steve would love that. Hi, Rochelle. Not before COVID. It was supposed to be just for the winter, but then, well, COVID happened. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. As much as we have a great community here, like finding people like in real life, like they're kind of like, oh yeah, I colored once or twice, but finding people in real life that enjoy it as much as I do is actually kind of difficult. Okay, Mary, I read that as Joanna, I want to eat your house. For some reason, my eyes skipped over the at, and I literally thought I read Joanna, I want to eat your house. I'm like, what is she making a gingerbread house? What's happening? Oktoberfest, nice. Oh, most definitely, yeah, Deborah, most definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna judge, Mary, if eating houses is your thing, but, you know, it might be a little tough to chew. I'm just saying. Cook her a house. Just cook her a house. Fun fact, a few years ago, where I live, they did a world's largest gingerbread house, and it really was. So I got to take the... Actually, I think it was just my daughter at the time, but we did get to go to the world's largest gingerbread house. It was actually pretty intense. Kind of cool, too. Go boss on some kraut. Nice. Okay. Some depth on this sucker, huh? Alright, moss green. Like I said, it always just looks like a hot mess as I'm building it all up. But it comes together in the end, I swear. In a month or so, we'll be able to eat houses. That is true. That is true, Joanna. Well, I just counted a success because my son actually ate his dinner tonight. He's at that picky food stage, and it was a leek and parsnip soup, so it was full of vegetables. But yeah, I was able to convince him to eat it. So yeah, I counted a win all around. At the promise of bread. I'm like, all right, 3 more bites, and you can have more bread. Yeah. Aw, thanks, Kat. I think we need to have a name that color night similar to trivia. Oh, that could be fun. Oh, thanks, Jay. This would help if I put it in frame. I was thinking today when I was coloring with the Everblend markers, I should do another page where I color with the markers too. Mia used to really like it when we did marker nights. I don't know, is there anybody here now that prefers markers over pencils? If you guys were going to color a dress with red in it, what would you make your base layer with? it would depend on the tone that I wanted the dress, but I mean, I don't, normally when I do base, like I'm doing like 3 colors. So if I was making like a red dress, I would choose the tone, whether it was cool or warm, and I would just start to, I mean, but also a lot of people say go light to dark. I tend to go dark to light and use my dark colors first. So, you know, I would choose 3 of the reds in the tone that I would want. But generally, if you're putting down like a base layer, I would say like a pink probably. Lilac, because I don't do red. There you go. Oh, then Mary, you probably don't like, check out the nails. They're so sparkly. My sparkly red nail polish came in earlier than I anticipated. They remind me of like Dorothy's shoes. Like I've got the ruby slippers on my fingernails. Mia liked Tombos. That's what it was. That's fair, Allie. That's fair. I can't say actual names, but I've been good at naming colors. There you go, Steve. Oh, that's hilarious. That Tanya, Nightbot held your message for approval because you said dirty greens. We're off to see. I know, right? I put it on. I was like, they're so sparkly. They're like the ruby slippers. Yeah, they're super pretty. Love me some sparkly nail polish. Yes. Although if you put like warm base as in a warm red, because if you were to put yellow down, then your dress might come out a little bit orangey. So definitely still stick with the red family. But feel free to do like a warmer red if that's the case. Well, I've never really had, like I had a red on for the Victorian Colorathon, but I didn't have just like a straight red, and I saw this sparkly red, and I was like, oh man. I have a sparkly green that's as similar in sparkliness as this one, so I'm telling you, I'm going to be decked out for the Christmas nail colors this year. I have a nice sparkly orange one that works for fall. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, exactly. Currently I do markers, but struggle to find skin colors. I'm thinking of switching to color pencils. Not sure which one's it. Yeah, so if you don't have a good range of colors, markers can be tough for skin tones because you can go too dark too quickly. But that's one of the reasons, I'm using olive green now. That's one of the reasons I really like the using the alcohol markers, because you can blend real good with those and you get some lighter stuff. And you want to do the dress with warm reds and dark warm blues and golds. Oh, that'll be pretty. What would you think is the best Derwent Pro Color or Color Soft? Or my next purchase, not much on them as the difference in these colors. So I haven't tried the Derwent Pro Color. And if I'm perfectly honest, the Color Soft are nice. But I have, like, I found that it was breaking too much with the Color Soft. They work nicely and they're really pretty and they blend well. But I was having a lot of breakage issues because it was almost too soft, if that makes sense. Oh, the watercolor pens are nice, Joanna. I did a review on those. I haven't used them much since. I need to get a little bit more practice at them. But they, you know, I find them a little intimidating as well. But yeah, so I don't know. I haven't used the Pro Color. Has anybody else here used the Pro Color before? Could maybe offer her a little bit more insight. A lot of people use Prismas, so I'm thinking of purchasing them first. Yeah, Prismas were practically the only thing I used in the beginning. And I think that's great because they were a great training pencil for learning how to blend, because Prismas are incredibly forgiving. And then after Prismas, I'm trying to think what the set of pencils. I got the Lumis, the Caran d'Ache Luminettes for Christmas quite a few years back, and those were amazing. But when I started venturing into harder lead pencils, I started using the Staedtler Ergo Soft, which I love, 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 love. Like, I absolutely love them, and I highly, highly recommend them. As a great starter pencil. There's only 36 in them, but I've said multiple times, sometimes it's nice having less choices because you don't get as overwhelmed. Let's see. You make it look easy. Oh, thanks. But, yeah, I love, like, if I were to probably organize, I don't remember, I sent the Pro Colors back so fast. Using ochre. Yeah, I haven't used the Pro Color, so I don't really know. But you're not going to get skin tones in Ergosoft. I'm trying to think. Do I have a page that I colored skin tones on for Ergosoft? I guess I don't use my Ergosoft too often for skin tones. I'm trying to think. I want to think if I ever... I feel like I might have used it once, but it was like for a small space, not a large space. I probably only did it once. If we're talking skin tones, though, I mean, Prismacolor are definitely good. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I really haven't used Ergosoft for skin tones too much. Mostly, I use it for a lot of my Johanna Basford pages. It's like writing first class and then going back to coach. For budget pencils, I'd recommend Castle Art, Crayart, or Purifarben. Yeah, those are all... Although I haven't tried Crayart. But, I mean, even if you go as simple as Crayola, they're going to be a little scratchy, but they do have a lot of color choices. Okay, let's see. Van Dyke Brown. That's right. I wanted to use some of that red. Oh, yes. Black Widow also. I need to take time and pull off my pencils and make a list of what I actually have. I can't remember them all. Let's see. All right, Lyra. This is number 92 Indian Red. Yeah, a red in here was a good choice, and then we'll build those browns back up. I wouldn't say either that I have a #1 go-to right now. I've been switching back and forth between a lot of brands. I mean, I can always tell you probably which ones we're going to use next based on maybe how long it's been since we've used them and everything. But for me also, I like to use a variety because I don't want to stick to just one brand of pencil, especially if I'm streaming, because I know not everybody is going to have those brands of pencils, you know? And that's a good price for Prismas too. $90 is a good price. It took me 3 years to get all my polys, a few at a time when it was on sale. Nice. The Crayola yellow green holds a place in your heart. Nice. But I can talk about all these pencils, right? I know, like, you know, before I started doing this coloring, I never would have thought I could have a whole conversation about colored pencils. But now, like, even some of my art buddies from college, like, she was talking about something about how, I'm using Van Dyke Brown, about something about pencil case, and I was like, my ears perked up, and I was like, oh man, which pencils do you have? Like, I could just, you know, go to town on it. I absolutely loved it. Which is part of the reason why I like doing the streaming, because then we can talk pencils and pencil supplies. Honestly, when I had coffee with Johanna, we talked, you know, we talked kids and husbands and stuff, but we also geeked out on art supplies, which is totally fun. I'm down for the art supplies geekage. And the funny thing is, too, is when I was in art school, I don't know if it wasn't that I enjoyed it or I just didn't get as excited about it, but I don't know, it's different when you're having to do something for a grade versus just doing it because you enjoy it, you know? Let's see. I'm in Black Widow heaven right now. The fall colors to die for. Yes. That is true, Sherry. That is very true. The quality is not the same. Mostly it has a lot to do with the wood type that they choose, the amount of glue that they put in the pencils, and the breakage from the pencils as well. They used to have a line of glue all the way down the entire barrel of the pencil, but they switched it now where they just dot the barrel. So what that'll happen sometimes is you'll get a split in the wood. Sometimes I've had an entire pencil lead fall straight through the barrel. Sometimes the wood will chip. Now, it's not for everything. It's not like on all the pencils, but yeah, well, when they outsourced it, I mean, I'm not saying that it's specifically the country that they outsourced it to. They could have probably outsourced it to anywhere, but it was probably who owned the company and quality control. Quality control is the biggest issue. Now, it's not like Prismacolors are bad. They're just not what they used to be. We're using raw umber. So it's just something to be aware of, that if you have some breakage, it's to be expected. But, I mean, that happens a lot, unless, you know, the people that buy a company is, you know, super, super passionate about it. That's going to happen a lot with any company when, you know, it kind of, communication breaks down a little bit and quality's not quite as what it used to be. John is shaking his head. You pencil people. He doesn't get us. Well, what does John feel passionate about that not a lot of other people feel passionate about? For instance, I mean, when people talk football, I understand the game, but I don't feel passionate about football. So I kind of feel like I'm in the room with Charlie Brown's teacher, but just because I don't have interest in football. Non-coloring people testing them. Right? They need to hire us to test their prismas. My favorite pencil is the number 10. Steve. Oh, Lord. I got a marker Rufio with no lead in it once. Oh my gosh, Joanna. Oh gosh, roll tide. Yeah, he is, Cat. That is true, Rochelle. Yes, if we were stuck to just buy in the US, then we wouldn't have nearly as many choices. That's exactly true. Mary, spell it right, woman. That's hilarious. All right. I'm glad I'm not alone in that, Kenny. It's not that I don't like respect that people enjoy it, but I'm just like, everything starts to go foggy and I start to fade out. Okay, let's see. Van Dyke Brown. I want to add a little bit of, kind of give it some direction here. Steve is always very impressed with me when I can name the football team that happens to be playing. Okay, let's grab... Look at what you started! Steve! Okay. Oh, she did? Oh, let me scroll back. Sorry, when it's going so fast. Let's see. Oh, how do you keep your points so sharp? Well, for these ones... Something like a Prismacolor, the more you press it, it's going to break down faster. But the Lyras are a slightly harder pencil, and it has to do with, keeping it on the side. Because I'm not, I don't have the death grip, and I'm not, going like this. I'm going to the side. And so that helps to keep a point on them as well. I was supposed to say I don't watch football. All right, I'm going to grab the Prisma White here. I want to go over this to kind of try and smooth out some of this tooth. Oh, I cannot wait for my order of... I ordered some individual Prismas that I needed from Blick, and in it are like 4 new white Prismacolors, and I was like, yes, I need them. I need them. Yeah, so you can see it breaking down pretty quick here. So a lot of it has to do with the pencil. Prismacolors I sharpen a lot more often. Okay, let's grab our Van Dyke Brown. They're cheaper by the dozen, hence I ordered a dozen. There you go, that works. Well, for Blick, it didn't seem to go any cheaper if I ordered more, and I needed to order a handful of other singles as well, so I was like, we'll balance it out. Can I get an idea for what colors to do my fish? It's a big piece already, using a lot of colors, not sure what to make them. Can you be more specific with your fish, or is it just a fish in general? Is it from a specific book? I do have her watch the Army-Navy game. Nice! Family was in the Navy. In the Navy. Alright, Van Dyke Brown. And I want to grab the blender here. Oh, nice, Sherry. Popping the blender in here real quick. tilt this up a little bit. Here we go. You got a nice cord you can see there. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll tilt it back down. All right, let's see here. What do you mean, Joanna? What is there? Is it like hard to navigate, or just about ordering in general? For me, I usually, like, for the Prismacolors I needed, what I do is I went through and I kind of took an inventory of what I had and ones I need. Because it's really easy to blow through Prismacolors pretty fast, I always want to make sure I have at least, like, one backup. Except for, like, popular colors I really like Deco Pink and a lot of the blues and greens. And so I just make a list, and then I go through, and then I go to the singles, and I mark the ones that I want to get. Let's see. They're just fish. It's a piece in Beauty Horror Book. Already using blues, greens, and oranges. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Well, if you're trying to choose other colors, I go to our complementary colors. And if you don't know what that is, perfect time to bring out the color wheel. So, if you're using, let's see, you said blues, greens, and oranges. So, you can maybe throw in some red. I just wouldn't put the red and the orange next to each other. But it's really hard for me to know without seeing it myself. Oh, yes, they were $1.13, but since I was over 12 already because I was ordering singles, that was an issue. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes, they were $1.13 a piece for me, but that was because I was ordering more than 12 because how many did I get? I don't remember how I got. I got like 20, maybe? There were a lot of ones. Like, I was completely out of yellow chartreuse. I didn't even have any yellow chartreuse. But yes, I did get them for $1.13 a piece. I keep inventory of my pencils. I don't know that I keep inventory, but I did go through and organize. So, the case that Kat sent me, I went ahead and put my Prismacolors in there, and then my extras are in these drawers. So these are my backups. These aren't the ones. I mean, you could see like this one, muted turquoise. Did I get any muted turquoise? Dang, I don't think I ordered any muted turquoise. I've got one in the bag, and then this is so these are like the backups. And then because at one point, like 2 years ago, Prismacolor was having a really good sale on the full set, and so I actually had ended up purchasing another set, and then like I had some extras and stuff. But like I said, Prismacolor for a while. Well, a little bit, Joanna. But you have to understand, for a while, Prismacolors were the only thing I had and the only thing I used. And so I never wanted to be in the middle of a picture and then to run out of some of my favorite colors. So I have lots of the pale sage. I love parrot green. I've got an extra of the aqua. I have multiples of the cobalt blue hue because at the time when I ordered these, which was like 2 years ago, there weren't any in stock. And I was just like, oh man, I need to stock up while I can. Sky blue light, that's another of my favorite. A lot of the light colors, go figure. I like to stock up on. This one is this, and these are pastel storage drawers. You can just look up pastel storage drawers and you'll find, you know, like 2-drawer ones or 3-drawer ones. I have 5 of the 3-drawer ones that I've had for ages. But I really like Dahlia Purple, and this is a good example of one of the older ones. Here we go. You can tell by 1, the gold lettering, 2, the fact that it says Sanford and USA, and 3, the font. Not to be confused with the Fawns. I don't know why I thought about that. But so the silver one are the newer ones made in Mexico, and then these ones here, these are the older ones, and these ones are the better quality ones. Mary. Hey, the color wheel saved me doing the Victorian page. Oh, awesome, Joanna. Get a pale vermilion out of stock. No. Oh, see, that's always so sad. And then last drawer up on top. So I think I've got 6 drawers. See, I have like no whites in here. I need the white pencils. But yeah, so starting with my yellows and then all the way down. Let's see, pale vermilion. Ah, yeah, here it is. Okay, I got 2 pale vermilion. You can for sure. I have one 4-drawer. I keep my Neos. Nice. Yeah, because the rest of these, well, because for a while these, whoa, that's bright. For a while, these were my only storage things that I used for pencils, and I kept the storage drawer on my desk, and then as my setup kind of evolved, so I have my Lumis in here, I've got my Tombos in here, and then I've got some markers and stuff on the bottom, but the Prismacolors live on the top ones. Sounds good, Lisa. Have a great night. We've been out of light peach for a couple of months. Oh no, Mary. I don't know how many light peach I have. Mary, you gotta go to Blick. I don't know if they have any. Let's see. Do I have any light peach? Ah, I have 2 stubbies. That's what I got. Oh, those are my backups, but I'm pretty sure that if this is the size of a backup in here, that means the light peach I have in the case is probably even smaller. So, yeah, light peach. Deco Pink is the one I use a lot. Deco Pink. I like that one. But is it weird that one of the things I like about this is that when I'm putting, like, even if they are like this in the drawer, when I go to put them away, all I have to do is kind of tilt them up. And now they are all lined up and they're perfect because I'm a big dork like that. There's something extremely satisfying about having your pencils color coordinated and... Come on. There we go. And having them all in a nice, neat row. Hi, Angie! Okay, put those back there. Let's see. I have my backup called Polychromas in a big pencil case organized by color. I need to do the same with Prismas because for some reason I don't have any more chocolate. Oh no! I have a few extra poly backups from like the 24 set and then a few randoms that I ordered. But yeah, we ordered through Blick and they're still in back order for 7 months? Really? I didn't even notice that when I went on their website before. That's crazy. Hang on, I want to look because I was pretty sure I didn't see anything. Let's see, light, peach, Prismacolor. Now I'm curious. Let's see. Pencils and sets. Sorry, I know this is Detour, but now I'm curious. And I'll forget about it by the time I'm done streaming. Deco Peach. Hi, Steve.
Hello.
Light peach. Well, that's weird, Mary. You should call them because they're not saying that they're back in stock right now. There's a check mark next to it that says that you could order some. Like, I could order 12 of them right now. You should contact them. Because according to their website, they don't look like they're out of it all. They might be giving you the runaround. That sets get them first? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, because they don't even have any notices on their website right now. Right? Hi, Catherine. Okay. Scarlet Lake, Pale Vermilion, and Orange. Need those 3 together. Yeah, that's right. You see, everybody's kind of got their favorite color combinations, too. Okay, I'm just getting that in focus there real quick. All right, let's lighten that. There we go. There we go. Hang on 1 second, chat. Okay. Makes him feel a little better. Oh, you're fine, Angie. Came in singles. Yeah, well, Sherry, wasn't it? I'm trying to think. Wasn't it you that sent me a link that said somebody did Shapir Farbens in open stock? Maybe it wasn't you. Somebody else did. Somebody sent me a message that gave me a link that said Shapir Farbens were in stock. Sorry, I just saw a little bit that needed to be smoothed out there. Okay, let's go ahead and do this other leaf here. So, let's see, we're going to start with Van Dyke Brown. Do this so we're in more light here. I only know that because I was looking back in our messages today because I was, well, looking for that thing that I emailed you about. And I noticed that. I was like, oh, right, they had open stock. Which ones are better quality, the USA or Mexico ones? I looked away for 2 seconds. Oh, the USA ones, Catherine, hands down. But to find USA ones, you would need to find them on, like, I'm going to give this a sharpen real quick. You would need to find them on, like, eBay or somewhere secondhand because they aren't, they're not made in the USA anymore. But part of it has to do with the lead, the formula for the lead. It has to do with the wood. It has to do with the amount of glue that they put in. I always say that, oh, there you go, Kenny. I always say that I feel like Caran d'Ache Lumis are what I feel like Prismacolor should be. But Lumis are also like, well, I don't think they're $300 anymore, but they're an expensive set of pencils, so, and Prismacolor are slightly more budget friendly than those are. I know, Kenny's doing great. Do you know what you're going to do in the fall? Anything special? Well, we've got the Spooktober Colorathon coming up the first weekend in October, the 2nd through the 4th. This Saturday is the Gold Colorathon, but after that, no, nothing in particular. I mean, we'll obviously do some fall-themed pages. There's going to be special drawn pages. I'm also, I think most of you heard this already that were here for the Colorathon, but I'm also kind of toying with the idea of maybe starting a Patreon. I haven't worked all the kinks out yet, and I still have a lot to do for me to make sure, you know, that I'm prepped and ready for it, and I need to figure out some logistical stuff, but I am kind of getting the wheels turning on the potential for a Patreon page as well. Now, let me preface that with, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden the streams are going to go exclusive, because I don't really want to do that. So for now, that's not really a thing. But what it would offer would be exclusive coloring pages, access to stickers, maybe personalized postcards in the mail, that kind of thing. Obviously, there's more than that, but those are just some of the ideas I've worked up so far. Because if I do one, I want to make sure that, you know, it's worth it for all of you. Color wheel? Oh, yeah, I was showing the color wheel earlier, this one here. It helps a lot with choosing colors. So if you don't have one of these, I highly recommend. Oh, yes, there is another Alexis here. Like, what? Color wheel? Yes, yes, there is another Alexis. Yes, I love the color wheel. It's fantastic. I highly, highly recommend it. I'm trying to make sure I'm not coloring brown where there should be berry. Oh, Alexa! Wow! Okay, well, hello, Alexis this. There's another Alexis who was asking about a color wheel. Okay, I'll be nice today, Kat. Is it free, the color wheel? You can find it on Amazon. I guess I'll call you Alexis. White Diamond is Alexis. You can find it on Amazon, Alexis. And it's like $5, I think. But yeah, they posted a link there. It's just ! color wheel, and that's the one that I have. I mean, if you can find color wheels and stuff, online, I'm sure, you know, just like if you Google color wheel or something. But the nice thing about this one is, one, it's handheld, but two, it turns so it can show you, like, oh, if you added yellow to red violet, it would look like that. It also has a lot of terms down here, so it tells you about primary, secondary, tertiary, warm, cool colors, what color, you know, vocabulary, things you might want to know. It's got this on the back here. So it's basically a color theory class on cardboard. I'm unplugging the echo. I won't. I will be good tonight. I promise. I will not. I will not. But I've always said that if you struggle with color choices, it's always something handy to have. I will be good tonight. There will be no speaking of the A name. Sounds good, Alexis. Yes, shorthand, the color wheel is boss. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And if you need help understanding it, I did a color theory live stream where we talked about it a lot. There's accompanying worksheets and stuff on my website and on the Facebook group. as well as color swatch charts, which leads into, by the way, if you need color swatch charts and everything, I have those. Also, I'm using raw umber. I have those in the Facebook group, but also on my website. So if you are needing some charts, I still have a few more I need to finish and add up there. But for now, there's quite a few up there of a lot of the main brands. So feel free to check that out. Exclamation point website or emilyillustrator.com for those that are watching back and cannot use commands. Ah, thank you, Shannon. Did you ask me a question? Sorry, my sister came in and was talking to me. Oh, I was answering your question earlier, Melissa, although now I don't remember. Oh, how do I keep the pencil lead so sharp? It was just, wow, I just lost my, you ever do that where your brain just stops for a moment? Oh my goodness. Oh, I was saying it has to do with the pencils. Some leads are harder than others. Prismacolors will break down faster, but I get a nice sharp point by using my handy dandy Doll 133 sharpener. Let's see, I can't go to Patreon. I don't have a printer or any of that stuff. Ah, gotcha. Well, there'll be free downloads, but also there's going to be things like access to stickers, or like if I've got a new sticker coming out, maybe like early access to it, or the other thing is like maybe one of the higher tiers will get like hand-colored postcards, that kind of thing. So I'm still working out all the kinks and ideas and stuff, but Echo was in the living room since I'm basically living my computer. I moved it onto my desk next to my speaker. Oh no, cat! I am a master enabler. That is true. Had one since the dot matrix. Oh goodness, Sherry. Well, and if I know like libraries print, or you know, print shop or whatever else, but I also know that because of the medical climate at the moment, not necessarily everybody wants to go out to go get something printed. I have not been to my local print shop since this whole thing went down. Have not. I swear it's taking me all night just to color a couple leaves. Goodness. Okay, we'll keep going. All right, let's grab brown ochre. It was very interesting. Only thing I own is an iPad. Nothing that's my age. I'm not gonna bother. That's fair, Rochelle. That's fair. Oh, gotcha, Melissa. Well, yeah, it has a lot to do with how you hold it, how much pressure you put on it, that kind of thing. So, like, holding it, you know, now granted, I hold it to the side a lot more when I'm streaming, just because I try not to, you know, because if I were to hold it like this and go like this, you guys wouldn't be able to see a whole lot. So I try to make a habit of holding it off to the side for you. I've gone slightly psycho buying pencil sets. I want all the best. I think I have over 24 to 25 sets. Don't be ashamed. This is one place you cannot be ashamed for owning multiple sets of pencils. If you live by a Minuteman press, you can email me file and they have them print out and they deliver. Whoa, I didn't know that there was that kind of thing. That's cool. It's nice that so many companies have adapted also to delivery, you know, versus having to come pick up, you know, just since this whole thing went down. I gotta come up with a kind of spooky Halloween playlist for stream for the Spooktober Colorathon. Exactly, we applaud you. Yes, what is your favorite, Catherine? All pencils have a place. In February, I went crazy buying pencils. Now I can't remember what I have. Let's see. All right, ochre. Yeah, you are in good company here if you have multiple pencil sets. Even Steve has his own set now, thanks to Kat. He was very excited. I know that this leaf isn't exactly the same as the other leaf, but honestly, that's okay. No one leaf is exactly the same. Hi, Michelle. Let's see. All right, moss green. What? That Steve had his own pencil set? One of us. One of us. I love it. Funny thing is he said never in his life did he think he'd be excited about getting pencils, but he was legitimately excited. It's so funny. What if I got John a pencil set? Do it, Joanna. Do it. Nice, Rochelle. Aw, cowboy smiley faces. Hi, Michelle. Mm-hmm. Oh. All right, let's grab our, what do we want to grab? Let's grab Indian red. We'll have a Steve Illustrator stream to turn into. Okay, he was joking today that he should start streaming. And I was just like, hey, stay in your own lane. No, because then I'd have to share all my desk setup. I don't want to share. I'm not a good sharer. No, I'm kidding. But he was, seriously, it'd be funny. I finally broke down. I got all the Blackwater sets after seeing your review of the Monarchs. Oh, awesome, Cheryl. I might leave the stream soon, so I'm sorry for random leaving. Also, let me step on those crunchy looking leaves. That's awesome. We need a big pile so we can jump in them. Exactly. Alright, so we're using Indian red. Embrace the color pencils. Yeah, Black Widows are great. I haven't used them in a little bit. I don't think I've used them since we did a page specifically with Monarchs when those came out. There's so many pages, so many pencils, so little time. Does Steve know that Steeler won? He probably does, but I don't think he bothers telling me about the football anymore because I'm like, cool. Yay? I don't know. Now, if he were to tell me that David Tennant suddenly decided to play for the Steelers and they won, I'd be like, yeah, but yeah. I just have no interest in football. I like tennis. I played tennis in high school. Does that count for the sports? I don't know. Steve's a guest. This is assembly. There you go. It's okay. I usually fall asleep, wake up my phone on my face, Shannon. Exactly, Kat. Exactly. All right, let's grab Van Dyke Brown. Brown. Everyone in my family loved football. I was just not interested. Yeah, exactly. See? But the funny thing is like, even my family, maybe it's partially why, I mean, my dad's never been a big football guy. In fact, sitting around on a Sunday afternoon watching TV was like, that's just not, there's projects to do and chores that should be getting done. Like, that wasn't a thing. TV in our house was more like, you know, if it was raining outside, if the chores were done, and even then it was just like a single movie like after dinner, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's, you know, it's just fine. But so, you know, growing up, TV wasn't a staple. We never had cable or anything, so I just didn't grow up really watching football at all. Now, don't get me wrong, you get me to a football game and I'm going to get into it because they're there. You know, you can't help it. But, you know, it's exciting when you're actually at the game. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd have to really sit and focus and not be distracted like at all. Like I couldn't have my phone near me. I would need to focus and then maybe, you know, I could get into it. But I have nothing invested in it, I suppose. So I have a hard time getting excited about it. Now, if we had like a, you know, live stream where there were like 4 streamers and we were trying to see who could like color a page the fastest but have it still like legitimately look good, you know, then I'd really be getting into that because, you know, I'm invested in that. But actually, that's not a bad idea. We should do that sometime. But yeah, I don't have any. I would watch it to make him happy, but that's about it. Let's see. I really like my whole beans, but I like my saisons. I don't think I have any saisons. My Koh-i-Noor 144 set. Oh, I have just a couple of Koh-i-Noors. I haven't tried many of my Derwents yet. I love my unis, but the Lyras too. Yes. David Tennant could read the phone book and we would cheer. Joanna, facts. Facts. Aw, thanks, Rochelle. You have whole beans, haven't used them yet? Ooh, that'd be fun. Been watching since a teen. There you go. I was raised a Cowboys fan. That'll always be my heart. My uncle worked for a Cowboy organization, but in my heart, I'm a Chiefs fan. Aw. I'm more of a college football fan, not pro. Yeah, I mean, I've been... Let's see. Trying to think. Mary will win. Oh my god, she's so fast. I know, right? We're playing you guys next week. Oh, nice. I had no idea what pencils were different at all, but now, my goodness, I pick up my kids' Crayolas and I was like, oh, there you go. Facts, always. Yes. Like, yeah, hands down. Hands down. I mean, I know he's getting older, but still, there are some men that just age really well. Like, I know Sean Connery is just like, I don't even know how old he is now, but I don't even care. I don't even care. Sean Connery is just doing that like Italian kiss the hand, you know, like, like it's Italian pizza. It's a Sean Connery. You when St. Louis had a team, I was still a Chiefs fan. That's fair. That's fair. You have your ones that you really enjoy. I will say one of the things I did enjoy. So when I was in college, I was photo editor of the newspaper, and so we would go and photograph a lot of stuff. Well, our college football team went and played a game at the Seattle Seahawks stadium, and because I was a photographer, I got to be up in the press box and I got to be down on the field. And it was just our college team. It wasn't the Seahawks, of course, but it was still, I'm using ochre now. It was still really cool to be down on the field, you know, where the pros go, where the pros play, walking down the tunnel that the pros, you know, play in. Of course, none of the pros were there, but it was like, oh, this is cool. They've been here kind of thing. So that was pretty fun. That was a highlight. Sean Connery is currently 90. Well, he is the sexiest 90-year-old out there. I'm just saying. I mean, he's like 3 times my age, but still, I'm just saying. Spell checker strikes again. Oh no. He is, Deborah. Yes, he is. Anybody ever seen him in Darby O'Gill and the Little People? Just saying, young Sean Connery, especially. Heck yes. Gosh, is he really 90? Time flies, I suppose. Catherine. A to the man. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Not moss green. We're gonna grab olive green. Like I said, I know I kind of changed up the pattern on the leaf, but you know, no one leaf is the same. So. My favorite sport in the world was hockey. I have a friend that really enjoys hockey. I was a little curious about the saisons. What if found difference with the uni most people don't like, but I don't own them. Yeah, I don't have either of those. I think if I were to get another pencil set, I am curious about the Derwent Light Softs. Those are definitely on my list of pencils I'm curious about. Ultimate James Bond. Yeah. Yeah, I never really got the appeal of Daniel Craig. I'm not gonna lie. I don't look at Daniel Craig and go, oh baby, oh baby. You know? Cowboy shirt next to a helmet on the 50-yard line in the Dallas Stadium. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and let's grab... no, we'll do it on this side a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it a little bit. I like him after he got some grays in his beard. That's fair. That's fair. I'm okay with the beard. Okay. All right, now let's... Okay, and then moss green. Okay. And then let's grab our white. Hit the mic. I know my hand's covering more and making it shadowed more, but when my pencil's this short, I can't help it. I had no idea Troy Aikman was so cute. That's hilarious. Crumbling. My white is crumbling. Why, white? Why? It makes me so sad. No crumbling allowed. The nicest celebrities I've ever met were the Osmonds. I got to spend a day with them as their guide. Really? How did that come about? Let's see, celebrities I've met. I think we've talked about it before, but I had a class with the little girl from Jurassic Park. She was in my college class, Van Dyke Brown. So she's real nice. I met an actor. It was in an episode of Star Trek when I went to go see Chicago in New York. Well, and Johanna, obviously. She's our little personal celebrity. But hey, she got an OBE from the Queen, so she's up there for sure. Thanks, Melissa. I worked Six Flags and they were doing the park for their concert. Oh, that's cool. Does Steve have a YouTube channel? Steve does not. Steve does not. Steve makes appearances on my channel from time to time. Last Friday's stream, he streamed with me and colored one of my dresses. Put a shadow on here from the berries. Yeah, the leaves took me a little longer than I anticipated. Alright, let's zoom out for a sec, see how these look. John Waite. Wait, John Waite? Forgive me, but I don't actually know who he is. No, Steve streams. Oh, really, Steve? Okay, you'll have to fill me in on that one. Reba, you mean Reba McEntire? I'm talking about Reba McEntire. She gave them each $100 bill? Nice. He was in the Babies and then went solo. Ah, okay, okay. I think Shannon might be a groupie. I said, sorry, there are no Steve streams. Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I misread. I was just gonna say, news to me. All right, just softening that out a little bit. Let's take a little bit of the Van Dyke Brown. Okay. A little bit in the middle here. There we go. There we go. Let's see what I miss. Met a lot of celebs as a TSA worker, not in their best light, except for Mark Harmon. No one's at the choke point wanted to check his bag. Oh my gosh, I love Mark Harmon. He is he nice? Like, is he pretty nice in real life, Deborah? I feel like he'd be one of those really nice guys. Bumped into Luke Bryan once. I was looking down, and so was he. And whoopsie, he was trying to keep all them crazy girls from seeing him. Oh, Shannon, that's hilarious. Should take your boy band on the road. He plays guitar. I love it. Oh my gosh, Joanna, that's amazing. I love that. I bet you she's really nice too. No such thing, Catherine. No such thing. Okay. Now I know this is purple. We're gonna do these in reds. Do these in reds, okay? So let's grab. It's so funny that this color is called purple. Well, it's not even purple. It's like a red. My mom grew up with Goldie Hawn. What? That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna grab purple, and then we're gonna grab, I think, Pale Geranium Lake and Pink Madder Lake. So let's grab Pink Madder Lake and Pale Geranium Lake. Yes, I think we will use these three. Just a quick sharpen. Was that a cowboy game? Oh yeah, I could totally see that. Eddie Rabbit. Okay, I'm not quite sure who Eddie Rabbit is. We're about 9 years old. Mark Harmon was nice, and I never watched NCIS. I wonder why no one wanted to check Gibbs's bag. I wouldn't. Well, no, I'd probably just. I don't know. I definitely want his autograph. I don't know. When you work in TSA and you come across a celebrity, are you allowed to ask for their autographs, or do you have to be like stoic and professional? Oh, she really is, Joanna. She really is. Ah, okay, okay. What was his genre of music? Way back in the day. All right. Let's go ahead and zoom on in, make sure we're in focus, and then I'll lighten it here. Just give me a sec. Country and pop. Okay. I have friends in the UK who are lighting engineers, and one of the nastiest people to work for a be around is Madonna, Sting. I heard that. I heard that about Madonna. I mean, I don't know Sting so much, but I did hear that Madonna's a little touchy. All right. Same thing with Mariah. Is it Mariah Carey? I mean, I don't know. I don't know any of these people personally. I don't know their stories. So, you know, autographs, I used to have to write people up for asking this, so certainly I couldn't. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Still, even to meet them, that's pretty cool. Mark Harmon is handsome, too. I'm just saying. Again, I know he's older, but I can appreciate an older-looking gentleman. I'm just saying. Does anyone have any of the Felicissimo collection? Are those pencils, Catherine? Kenny Chesney is not nice. All right, so we're starting with purple. I mean, I can't judge. I'd like to think that if for some reason I ever got, you know, A-list famous, you know, I'd be a pretty nice person. But there has to be a certain level of stress. I mean, there's a reason, you know, I don't have a face cam or don't, you know, tell too much about my family just as it is. So, I mean, I'm sure that there is a certain level of stress that comes with being a celebrity and just being so famous that, you know, you're recognized everywhere. There has to be, you know? Oh, okay, Catherine. We will keep you grounded. I know, right? When I'm rich and famous someday, you could all say you knew me when. Right. Right. When I make my book and come up with, create my own pencil sets. That'll be me. And he got a kick out of the rest of my coworkers not wanting to check his bag. Oh, yeah. So, Deborah, were you the one that got, I was going to say that checked his bag, but I'm saying it more, were you the one that got to check his bag? I'd be like, oh my gosh, I went through Mark Harmon's t-shirts. Can you imagine? Oh, really, Joanna? I'm curious. Oh my goodness, I would have been so giggly if I got to check Mark Harmon's suitcase. Be like, I'm sorry, you've been randomly chosen. That'd be hilarious. And it's cool too if he was flying, you know, he wasn't flying like on a private airplane or anything. You got to check his personal stuff? Oh man, Deborah. I mean, surely it was just, you know, like your average, you know, guy's suitcase, you know, shirts, pants, you know, razor, whatever. But I don't know, was there anything that stuck out? My friend sold him his windows and he offered to make him a sandwich. Nice. I was gonna say, my celebrity sightings are pretty limited, but man, getting to go through Mark Harmon's suitcase, that's pretty cool. It's red here. I guess it's not purple. It says purple. It's number 94. Nothing stuck out except for an oversized toothpaste. That's fair. Man's gotta have clean teeth. I mean, that camera's awfully close to his face, you know. Them teeth gotta be shiny. Unless he was gonna, like, I don't know, you know, he plays a Navy guy on the TV. Maybe he uses, I heard that you can, like, use toothpaste to really make your sink faucet shine. My friends, welcome back, Kat. My friends have hobnobbed with tons of celebs during concert, personal events, etc. So they get close and personal a lot of times with, oh, that's cool. What is it that they do that they're able to get in close with the celebrities? I mean, you know, obviously I try to remember. They're just people like you and me, but still, hard not to get excited about it. The worst of the worst a lot of times are the event people like the managers. I could see that. I could see that. If I ever need a manager, I'll, like, hire Shannon and Kenny and they can just, you know, tell them what's for. No one touch your pencils. No, I'm kidding. They do lighting. Ah, okay, that's cool. That's right, that's what you were saying. Yep, for the task, Shannon, when I hit my stardom. I can't even say that with a straight face. Mikhail Baryshnikov. Oh my gosh, I know the name. I'm having, like, I know that I know him. I'm just having such a hard time placing his face right now. Shannon! Ah, gotcha, Loretta, gotcha. And then Brian will be on Shannon's arm saying, don't touch them artisers. Right, because they're artisers, they're not artisans. Exactly, Rochelle. Ballet dancer. See, I'll know it when I look him up. I'll know, like, I'll Google him and see his picture and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's who it is. That's who it is. I walked by John Voight in LA, talking to my sister, realized who he was, forgot his name at the time. And I heard John Voight's name. I always think of that Seinfeld episode where George is convinced that he bought John Voight's car and he sees the pencil that's been chewed on. He's like, it's John Voight's pencil! And he sings him while driving around in John Voight's car. The fan of myself thinking, Michaela, Deborah! That's amazing. You all are so much fun. Okay, still just adding this red here. We'll get there. I always forget how long like it actually takes me when I start doing this detail stuff. Funny, Nightbot catches dirty greens, but not that. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's funny. Jerry Stiller. Oh, that's cool, Deborah. How tall is Jerry Stiller? I feel like he wasn't that tall. I don't think Ben Stiller is that tall either. You know who I'd be curious to find out if, Lisa Kudrow. Anybody know if Lisa Kudrow is, like, really nice in real life? I mean, she plays Phoebe. But, like, what if she's just, like, secretly, like, a really mean person? I feel like she would be really nice. I think it'd be fun. Like, I'd love to go shopping with her. Like, I think that'd be fun. As bad as Emily has it for David Tennant, I'm about Mikhail, and the fact that he's extremely nice had that appeal. Oh, definitely. I get that, for sure. Alright, well, still plugging away on these berries. The Chris's from the Marley. Yes. Let's see how many. So there's Chris Evans. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember their last names now. Chris Evans, Chris Pratt. Hold on, let me think. Chris Evans, Chris Pratt. Oh, and that's not Hemsworth, is it? Is it third Chris? No. There's Liam Hemsworth. No. Crap. Who's the Hemsworth? Okay, it was Hemsworth. Okay. Yeah, oh man, Hemsworth brothers. Yeah, they are something else. I mean, if you were to rate the three Chris's, like from like sexiest to least, I'd probably have to do probably Chris Hemsworth, then Chris Pratt. No, sorry, Chris Evans. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and then Chris Pratt. I think that's the order that I put it in. Oh, great guy.
What about Chris O'Donnell?
Chris O'Donnell. Chris O'Donnell's cute too. But Chris O'Donnell, is he... Oh, he does like NCIS, what, Miami now or something? Los Angeles. I just always remember him as playing Robin from Batman. But yeah, Chris O'Donnell too. That's a bit of a throwback. I mean, he's not as big as he used to be, but... Chris O'Donnell's kind of sexy too, not gonna lie. And I love that Steve came in and got in on the sexy Chris conversation. Big wish list. Drinks with Larry David. I know. I just think he sounds like, really? Larry David? Jason Momoa. Yeah, Sherry. Jason Momoa. Yeah, I don't even know if he's really in trouble. It seems like the internet kind of came to his protection. It seemed like everybody kind of played it off, but yeah, he did have a little bit of a no-no. Chris Pine. Yes, Chris Pine. Oh, for sure, Sherry. He was nice, but not overly nice. I was actually, oh, Mark Hamilton. Sorry, I was thinking Mark Hamill for a second. Thanks, Melissa. Barry, we are doing purple right now. It's not really a purple color, but it's called purple, and it's number 94. Oh, definitely, Rochelle. Definitely. Anybody that is just like a big kind of family man that puts his family above, you know, like his career or his fame or anything, that's just commendable in and of itself, especially when they are like, you know, girls are fawning all over them and everything, and they don't let that faze them, you know, like their wife doesn't need to feel insecure, you know? Just a little oopsie, Joanna, just a little one. After it was finished, nice! Alright, we're still plugging away at these berries. celebs have their off days. I knew a few, and like I said, I saw them sometimes at their worst with TSA. Their managers were the pits usually. Oh yeah, and I mean, nobody really likes to go through security. That's probably flying for me, probably the most stressful thing, because not to mention, you know, anytime you buy a plane ticket, it's so expensive. So one of my big fears when I fly is that I'll get there, you know, because you go through all the effort to get there and, you know, get there early and all that stuff. I'll get there and for some reason something will be wrong with my ticket or something, you know, or like something, like usually because I'm traveling with the kids too, so you know, something will go wrong somewhere. I can usually breathe a sigh of relief when I finally get through security, but I will say when I went to Scotland I had a layover in Germany, but the problem is I didn't speak German, and initially the guy was like kind of barking something at me in German, and I forget what it was now, but it had something to do with where I needed to put my bag, and I had to tell him I didn't speak English. But I just got so nervous because I was just like, I was in a country where I don't speak the language, you know, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing. And, you know, going through customs is a lot different than just like going through security. So that was a little nerve wracking for me. I mean, I met my mother in Scotland when we were going, but as far as flying, because we were coming from 2 different locations, I was going by myself. So that was a little nerve wracking. I did a cake once for John Travolta. Really? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I cooked steaks for the U.S. ski team in 1996. A summer workout facility was near a restaurant I was sous chef in. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, NCIS Los Angeles. That's what he's doing. I was an extra in the bar on Stingray, but in the movie all you can see is my arm. Oh, Kat, that's awesome. James Earl Jones. Yes, James Earl Jones. He's the voiceover of Savage Kingdom too. Oh, very cool. I thought it was really cool that for, so my kids are really into this show called The Lion Guard. It's kind of a spin-off from The Lion King, but you know, it's been updated for kids of this generation and everything. But there was a, what was it? There was a movie that came out and they were able to get, no, it was the live action for The Lion King. That's what it was. Anyway, but they got James Earl Jones to do Mufasa's voice again, which I thought was really cool. That was really, really cool. Matthew builds armored cars, bulletproof, and one of his clients was Steven Seagal. That's awesome, Ray. He said Seagal is a real piece of work. He actually closed down a well-known restaurant for 4 hours just to take my nephew and his crew to lunch. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Steven Seagal is out there. Yeah, that's a bit much. But I mean, I guess maybe if he's got a big crew and he doesn't want to deal with fans, I mean, I suppose that makes sense. I'm pointing to a seagull once and saying, his name is Steven Seagal. Deborah, that's hilarious. I need a blender color for my warm reds. Tips? I would go with something light, otherwise you might change the colors too much. I would just say do a white, and then add your previous layers on, again, if you need to darken them up. I mean, you could do a cream, but anything more than a super light color is going to change the temperature and kind of the color in general. Gotta be an extra in a movie with Kevin Bacon! Woofty, he's cute! Oh, yeah. Have you ever, there's that thing where you're like, everyone is so many, like a certain number of, degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon. What is it called? It's like your bacon number or whatever. So, I mean, if you met him, or if you got to be in, I don't know if you met him or not, but, it's like based on how many people are in between you and Kevin Bacon, based on people that you've met. So for me, for instance, my bacon number is 2, because there's only one person between me and Kevin Bacon, because I had a class with and knew the little girl from Jurassic Park. Well, and granted, she wasn't a little girl when I knew her. She was, you know, a grown adult. But she was in Tremors with Kevin Bacon. So that makes my bacon number, yeah, 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. That's right. So that makes my bacon number 2. So if, for instance, if Joanna met Kevin Bacon while she was an extra on the movie, and then we all met Joanna in real life, then our numbers would be 2, because there's only one person that knows Kevin Bacon. And the idea is because he's been in so many movies The theory is everyone is no more than 6 degrees away from Kevin Bacon. It's so silly, but yeah. So for instance, Steve, his number is a 3. Oh yeah, I talked to him, stood 6 feet away from him for 12 hours. Ah, Joanna, that's amazing. What did you talk to him about? Kevin Bacon and his wife have a house a few miles from me in Connecticut. Oh, that's awesome. Have you ever, like, seen him or got to talk to him? You're such a numbers girl. A little bit. That comes from being married to Steve. He likes numbers too. But don't get me wrong, it's not entirely Steve. I love a good spreadsheet. I said that multiple times. Like, I love a good spreadsheet. Like, I don't think I'd love it if I had to do it for a job, but every now and then I'll have to pull together a spreadsheet, you know, budgets or expenses or whatever, and yeah, I enjoy it. Actually, it works for anyone, not just Kevin Bacon. Really? But Kevin Bacon's cool. Yeah, my boyfriend spent a weekend at a car show next to the display of the cars from Public Enemies and came home and told me about hanging out with this actor dude. It was Christian Bale? Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Like, oh yeah, I just hung out with this dude. It's just Christian Bale. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? That's like saying, oh yeah, I went and had lunch with Tom Hanks, no biggie. Which, by the way, that would be like ultimate. Like, I love Tom Hanks as an actor. Like, I don't think that he's like this, like, super cute, like, like, oh, Tom Hanks. No, I like him because he is just a phenomenal actor, and I would love to meet him. Taking Chance, HBO. Oh, Joanna! You heard he's, oh, Christian Bale? I don't know. Like I said, I think everybody has off days. That's awesome. Now, Joanna, how did your life change? Like, were you an actress for a while? Or is it just like, hey, they need an extra? So you're like, yeah, cool, I'll be an extra. Or how did you end up being an extra? You kept talking about this guy, Chris. Took me a long time to figure out it was Christian Bale. Wait, oh, because they call him Chris because Christian. Okay. How funny, Kat. So when you found out, we're switching to Pale Geranium Lake now. So when you found out, would you just like, wait, what? Like, were you in shock? Like, what was your reaction when you found out he was actually talking about Christian Bale? I would have been like, you should have started with that. What do you mean, some guy? It's Christian Bale. Oh my word. And I know it's 10:12, but honestly, I'm gonna keep going as long as I feel like it, honestly. Yeah, missing out on meeting Christian Bale? Seriously. Like, he's been around for a while. Christian Bale, like, I think back to, like, Newsies, too. That's young Christian Bale. Da, 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 da. Oh, wait, that's copyright. Never mind. See, I want to burst out into song for all these songs I know, but I don't want to get dinged. Everyone just know I'm singing the Newsies songs in my head right now. Anatomy of a Murder. Interesting. When I lived in Connecticut, the summers always wanted people to do extra work, so I said, why not? Yeah. An extra in a movie. That's so cool. Ugh. So cool. I'm trying to think if I've done anything, but I mean, those celebrity sightings were about it. I don't think I've ever done anything like super like famous in that sense. I'm trying to think. I mean, there was the Seahawks Stadium, but that was, there weren't any actual celebrities there. When I was in New York, there was confetti all over the road. Turns out they had just shot the scene in Times Square for, it was like the movie Valentine's Day or something like that, where they had a bunch of celebrities in it, and they had to make the ball drop. And I was like, why is there confetti everywhere? Because I was just walking through Times Square to go get some cheesecake. And I'm like, oh man, if I had been out there like an hour earlier, I would have been able to see it. Let's see. Why do you think Christian is a dark kind of guy? I don't know. Let's see. Right near the Mystic Pizza place. Oh, that's cool. Seen them, but never bothered to talk. I've talked with Paul Newman, his wife and niece. He used to be friends with my... Oh, that's cool. Sounds good, Cheryl. Have a great night. Early days, Kenny. If you go back to some of my super early videos, you'll notice that they don't have any music on them. And that's because I had to mute the videos because I had gotten dinged for music that I thought was copyright free, and it wasn't. But I haven't got dinged in a very, very long time. And actually, when you continually follow the rules on YouTube, like they'll say when you're going through and you're like labeling your videos and everything, like, hey, great job, you've been, doing everything correct, congratulations. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, it has been a very, very long time, probably, yeah, it was just the first few videos, but ever since I started doing the epidemic sound, I haven't had any of those issues. Let's see. Let me scroll back up real quick. Groton, okay. Cat, you know where to hang. Remembers Fabio. Oh, that would have been cool to meet Fabio. Wait, Fabio was your judo instructor? Wait, I think I missed one. Oh, Paul Newman. Okay. Half the Cardinal baseball team, I'm the one person that just doesn't care. Then there's Stadium Monster name. She was in college. Philosophical Q, Fame of Power. She's in the St. Louis gun. Oh, I did meet Leo and Kate Winslet paying extra. Really? Wait, Leo and Kate Winslet. So, if you met them, does that mean you were an extra on Titanic, Joanna? Oh my god, were you an extra on Titanic, Joanna? If you met, what other movies were Leo and Kate together in? That was the only one, right? Oh my god, Joanna, were you an extra in Titanic? I need to know. Type faster. Oh my gosh. All right, Pink Matter Lake. Just a little bit, because we're going to blend this with white. Type faster, Joanna! I need to know! I mean, what other movie? Can't think of any other movie that Leo and Kate would have been in. See, Kenny's been able to laugh at me, and you're still haven't replied, Joanna! I need to know, Joanna! Because seriously, I'm gonna freak out right now. Oh, okay. Revolutionary Road, the movie. Okay, not Titanic. All right, I love the caps. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I feel like we're not in focus here. Oh, we are. Okay, we're good. And no, I'm not a Cardinal fan or baseball fan for that matter. Oh my gosh, you had me freaking out there for a second, Joanna. Just a little bit. But still, that's really cool. Seriously, minor freak out for just saying. They did do another movie. Yes, that one. That was the only one I could think of for a second. I was like, oh my god, Joanna was in Titanic! Did you make it off the ship, Joanna? Are you alive? Oh my gosh. Which lifeboat were you in? Gosh, you want to see Emily freak out? Tell her you've been in a really famous movie as an extra. Okay. There wasn't... I want to make sure I leave a little bit of white, so I didn't use a whole lot of the Pink Matter Lake. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sharpen our white. Honestly, I guess it would have been cool, but Titanic is one of those movies that I can't watch, one, because it stresses me out, because I know what's going to happen, and I know what's going, I mean, it's based on real things, so it would make me, oh, Paul Newman, your judo instructor, were buds, I gotcha. So, it makes me sad because I know how it's going to end. I mean, it's history, it's not going to change, but it's like, I watch a movie like that, it's the same thing like when I watch Romeo and Juliet, like, I want it to end differently every time, but I know it won't, but that doesn't mean I don't want it to end differently. So it's like, I can't watch it because it's like I'm rooting for them to like make it through and everything's happily ever after and Juliet, doesn't suddenly die or whatever, like I hold out hope that, everything will be okay. So I can't watch those movies. Which lifeboat? Right? I'll never let go, Jack. And drops him in the water. Dang it, Rose! You said you'd never let go. There was room on that door for two. I don't know why he had to be in the water. Oh, that's cool, cat. Never let go my butt. The moment he turned cold, you dropped him. That door was big enough for the both of you, and you had a life jacket! Dang it! This is my quiet rage at Rose for dropping him in the water. The inner rage I feel. So I keep wiping the tip of my white pencil because I want to make sure that I leave that tiny little bit of white on the berry. Same here. I know, right? Share the door! I know! How many times I saw that movie in theaters? I don't know that I saw it in theaters. Let's see, what year did Titanic come out? I'm trying to think now. Saw the Harry Potter movie in theaters. Does that count? Jude Law. Oh, there's a sexy man for you. How old is Jude Law now? I really liked him in The Holiday. 1998. Okay, so yeah, I was a little young to have gone to see it. Well, no, I mean, how old was I? Yeah, I was 12 in 98. My parents wouldn't have let me go see that. I saw The Lion King in, what, 95, whenever that came out? So yeah, I was not old enough to go see that. God, can you imagine? Parents take their 12-year-old daughter to go see Titanic. I would have been traumatized for life. I mean, I saw it as an adult, and I'm still mad at Rose, but, you know. Oh, man. Ah, no, Tip, don't break. Why, Prismacolor? Stay intact. I just want to color a berry. Titanic came out just after my eldest son was born. When I saw it, it was my first time leaving him alone. Big mistake. A scene with the babies. Oh, yes, Angie. Yes, oh my gosh. You must have just been in tears. Yeah, you a panic attack? Yes. Oh, sounds good, Rochelle. Get some rest. I remember pre-ordering the VHS. Came out too. I was so annoyed. Yes, having to switch. I still have Anne of Green Gables on VHS, and I have to switch it through halfway through. You know, I'm like rocking out on Anne of Avonlea, and it's just like, no, now I've got to switch. 12 in 98. Yeah, Catherine, I'm only 34. I was born in 86. I am only 34 at the moment. I mean, I feel older than that, but yeah. Yeah, right, Joanna? Okay. Got that all blended. Now, before we add, because we are going to add a little bit more depth on these berries here, we're going to grab... Thanks, Rochelle. Oh, Catherine. Oh, dear heavens, lol. Hi, Monkey. Same age as your oldest daughter. I'd like to think that I'm older at heart. Older at heart. All right, let's grab... What do we want? I've always said I was born in the wrong era. I wouldn't have minded being a 50s wife. I could be your grandmother. Oh, baby. What a talented baby. That's fair. That's fair. Well, you know, I find too, like, you know, obviously when you're in high school and stuff, you know, especially if you're like a freshman, senior seems so old. When you're in 6th grade, 8th graders seem so old. I remember thinking, my youth leader when I was in, oh, Michelle, thank you. An old soul. Exactly. Can we get some hypes in chat for Michelle? Thank you so much, Michelle. And if you got the emotes, you can use those emotes. When I was in, when I was younger and I went to, you know, go to youth group at church, my youth ministers were, you know, in their 30s. Thanks again, Michelle. You are so sweet. they were in their 30s. And I just remember thinking that 33 seems so old. Now, I was like 15 at the time, but it's like now, 33 doesn't seem that old, you know what I mean? And like, I have a lot of friends that are in age range. So I think age matters to you a lot more when you're younger and you're aching to be older. But it's like now, I mean, I would have no problem, you know, with it. I mean, I'm hang out with all, you know, with their age just isn't a thing. I think when you get older, you don't think about it as much. I mean, maybe if you were looking at somebody in a romantic way, but as far as like hanging out with someone as a friend, oh, you're sweet, Michelle. She says, gotta spread the love. I just don't think it really matters. Like, honestly, I worked at a retirement home for a while, and I worked as a med aide on the night shift. And one of my favorite things to do, there was a woman there who was just absolutely lovely, but she couldn't sleep at night. She was in her early 90s, and her sleep schedule was just kind of off. And so she was always awake for my night shift. So honestly, after I'd done all my checks and everything, you know, it's kind of quiet at nighttime. So I would go upstairs and I would hang out with her, and we'd crochet and we'd chat, and she'd tell me her life story, and I absolutely loved it. She was the most wonderful lady. And yeah, I think age really only matters when you're aching to be older, you know? My closest friends are 20 years younger and 20 years older. Yeah, see, like one of my best friends is the age of my little brother. Like I don't even think about it, you know? I had an issue when I turned 30 because I thought 30 was old. Told everyone I was 20. Although I had no issues with 40 or 50. Yeah, I don't know. I feel for 30, I mean, I probably freaked out a little bit, but like even being 34, you know, things are definitely different. We're going to grab True Green. You know, I can definitely see, you know, definitely a few gray hairs popping up here or there, a few more wrinkles, you know, things are just body-wise, things are definitely different than they were in their 20s. So, you know, I have daily reminders that yes, 30 is indeed older than something in your 20s, but I don't know. Maybe I just have more respect than I did when I was younger or something, but I just feel like the term age is just a number really just rings truer now than it did when I was younger. And I think a big part of that was I wanted to be older. I wanted to seem older. And so, you know, when I was, you know, in my early 20s, it was just, I don't know. I miss going to assist living with dogs so much. Those wonderful people gave me the best stories. Oh, I know, right? Let's see, light green. In fact, the woman I was talking about, I keep it up here on my wall, and I won't pull it down now because it's pinned up there, but her and her best friend. So there was a rule at the retirement home that the residents couldn't just give one employee a gift. They had to give, if they were going to give one person a gift, they all had to get a gift. And so what they did is the entire year they spent crocheting washcloths, and they would do 2 little washcloths, and then they would stitch them together and make them these little pants. So basically every employee got 2 washcloths, but what they did is they crocheted for the entire year so that they had enough washcloths to give to all of the employees. So I thought that was always really cool. But yeah, they were just the sweetest of ladies. And they are some of the few that I like actually miss from working there. Let's see. I wish I knew everything like I did when I was 19. Right, Deborah? There are some things that I wish I knew for sure. I have Peter Pan syndrome. I refuse to grow up. I don't want to grow up. Yeah, blame you, Kat. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really, like, even as a kid, like, I loved listening to oldies, and maybe that was just influence of my mom. What kills me is that music that I enjoyed as a kid is now what they call oldies, you know, versus, you know, when you listen, like, they legitimately called it the oldie station, and they had, you know, like the Beatles and the Beach Boys and all that, and I love that. I feel the same way. 30 was hard, but the older I get, I don't even think about asking people their age. It really doesn't matter. I mean, unless you need to know their age because you're carding them, I feel like it just doesn't matter anymore. Let's see. I am gonna grab... Let's grab Delft Blue. Delft Blue? Is that what we want? Yeah, Delft Blue. That There we go. There are days when my knees remind me big time I'm in my late 50s. I remember the first time I heard a song I grew up with on the oldie station. It was depressing, right? I know. I was talking to somebody who was like a good 10 years younger than me, and they referenced something. I want to say it was like what I call classics, maybe like classic rock, like even Queen, and they're like, oh, that's oldies. I'm like, Queen is not oldies. What are you talking about? Right? I know, Joanna. My favorite station is called Real Oldies, like all the other oldies are fake oldies. Oh my gosh. So what do they consider real oldies, Deborah? All right, Delft Blue. It's like it's not just the oldies, but they're really oldies. Like, who you calling old? There you go. Oh, really? That's hilarious, Kat. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I said, the statement that age is just a number just rings very true these days. That's all. All right, so I'm just adding a little bit of this Delft Blue where the berries overlap. '50s, '60s, and '70s, they are really old oldies. See, but that's what I consider regular oldies. Like, I don't know. The Bee Gees, I love the Bee Gees. '50s and '60s, like Elvis. Yeah, same here, Allie. That's what my parents played all the time. My knees hurt a lot. I don't know why. Duran Duran is oldies, please. I know, right? Heck, he's 26 and he has no idea about life. And that's the thing, too, is I distinctly remember, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. If I could go back to my younger self. Now, granted, Steve and I got married when we were, gosh, it was 2009. So, I mean, we're going on over 11 years here, but how old was I when we got married? I mean, I'm 34, 20. Crap, how old? Sorry. Steve, how old was I when we got married? I don't know, I was 32, 30, no, not 32, 23, 22, something like that. So we were pretty young when we got married. So my life had pretty well settled. But if I could go back to like 18-year-old me and have a good heart-to-heart conversation and sit down. How old was I when we got married, Steve? Was I 22 or 23? 22. Okay, yeah. Yeah, if I could go back in time to 18-year-old me, we would definitely have a pretty serious heart-to-heart.
You were about to.
That's right. Yeah, because it was March. Yeah. So I was close to 23. But yeah, see, Steve's the one who remembers like our anniversary and everything.
Yep.
Call oldies the 90s and 2000s. No, those can't be oldies yet. Aw, thanks, Melissa. He spent a night explaining how he wanted a sugar mama, but no physical. Oh my God, Kat. Studies have shown that you recall the music of age 14 the best in your twilight years. I get that. I sing in sync all the time. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Okay. Too much on here, but a little bit of shadow to give it a little bit of depth here. That Delft Blue. There we go. Joanna. Been married since '89. Nice. They call themselves real oldies. Oh gosh. You know what? I'm okay with the real oldies because the other oldies they're calling, those are the fake oldies because they're not actually oldies. I haven't tried them, Monkey. No. Oh gosh, Cat. I've been married for as long as you've been alive. Yeah, I was born in '80s. Stop that stupid talk, right? Aw, thanks, Kenny. All right, well, I know it's 10:33 here, but let's just keep going. I don't know. Do you guys want to keep going? We could probably fit another hour in if I could get these done. At least maybe get this done. Oh no. Well, maybe we'll do the smaller stuff first and then do the back stuff, okay? So let's grab juniper green. Okay, juniper green. Hooker's green. Do I have that out already? Hooker's green. And true green? Yeah, true green. Oh my god, is it really 20 years old? Oh, that's fine, Cat. Yes, get some rest. I'm good to keep going. It's just silly. Like, I really want to get this done. I feel like it shouldn't take me that long to do 2 leaves and a set of berries, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've gotten a lot done. Like, I feel like I've been coloring the whole time, but I just take too long on one thing. Good night, Cat. Get some rest. Thanks for being here. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you. Listening already about what classifies the oldies and all our eyes. That's amazing. Well, I should hope so. I'd like to think that if it was, that it'd be slightly more boring if I didn't talk at all. 36 years old for, oh my gosh. That's insane. Okay, juniper green. It just doesn't seem that long ago, you know? I distinctly remember that when I was in 8th grade, we had to choreograph a song. Like, this was part of our PE. We had to choreograph a song to Bye Bye Bye. So, yeah. I don't know. Oh, 1:35 p.m. Angie, where are you at? Are you, like, in Australia? I think Australia is the only one where it's afternoon time, I think. Long time on coloring. Color pencils are slow medium, but so precise. The detail is excellent. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Yeah, I was thinking that too, because I got a lot more done on those with markers than I did with pencil. But your pictures are always beautiful, the time you take for each step. Aw, thanks, Kenny. Celebration, my comment. Yes, Aspie. Aspie, for some reason, when I almost talked, I almost left off the P on your name, and that would have, Nightbot would have definitely gotten mad at me if I had typed that. That happens when I'm talking for too long. I start tripping over my words, and yeah, about turned your name into a bad word. Without the P. Full lockdown. Oof, Angie, that's no fun. Well, hopefully we can keep you mildly entertained here. I start getting tongue-tied and leaving letters off from words. Alright, let's see what else is... Well, Belinda said they had to go back into lockdown, right? I really need to get a new lens. The autofocus. It'd be nice to have something that auto-focused the autofocus. Yeah, I only know, like, I keep up on, you know, like, what Belinda says they are as far as lockdown, but I know not everywhere in Australia is exactly the same as far as their lockdown procedures. I know New Zealand's doing great. I wish I lived in New Zealand. Naturally a mushroom. I'm learning control and use a color pencil with coloring. I have tons of fun as well. I have a goal of doing a detailed portrait of Jesus. Oh, that'd be cool, Deborah. Good night, Joanna. Get some rest. There's hope on the horizon. Oh, that's good. Okay. And let's grab our Hooker's green. Yeah, it'll be like the other night when we did like a 4-hour stream. Oh my gosh, that was like legitimately the longest stream I had ever done. It was fun though. Like, I always wonder, like, if I'll have enough to talk about during stream, but it always just seems to flow with you guys. Bye, Joanna. I was in lockdown before lockdown and probably stay that way. Yeah, Aspie, we don't really go out unless we absolutely need to. Like, the kids have monthly appointments they have to go to, and occasionally, you know, I'll have Steve make a run to go grab something we need, but otherwise, we stay home. Okay, let's grab our blender pencil. Oop. Oh no, there's a little spring on here I accidentally hit. Alright. Sharpen my blender here. Right, Deborah? Oh no, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I love it. Alright. The blender pencil to blend these greens here. I might throw in a little bit of yellow on this stalk also. Forgot to add. Also, this stem down here, well, you can see in the little camera here, but there's a little stem down here that needs to be added in this color scheme as well. Yes, I do, Sherry. Okay. Let's move these out of the way. We're going to shift up a little bit and get this little stem down here. No, not Hecker's green. We need juniper green. Well, see, for us, before all this hit, you know, normally we'd be running the kids to school. You know, if they have any extracurriculars going on, there'd be play dates, grocery store. I probably would have been to Hobby Lobby at least 20 gajillion times by now. I had some serious Hobby Lobby withdrawal for sure. I love me some Hobby Lobby. But there are just too many people in Hobby Lobby. Too many. Okay, let's also grab cream, which is number 2. I was graded more than I care to mention, Deborah. Perfect. Well, and like I said, with me live streaming, I mean, I have access to all of you, so, and I try to have, you know, like coffee hangouts with my, you know, in real life friends and everything. So, you know, I've adjusted to the digital socialization pretty well. Let's grab our white, shall we? I'll go over this just a smidge. I mean, obviously at some point, sorry, I forgot to move that. I would like to have things back to normal because my children are still developing and they need their social interaction. In the meantime, we have digital play dates with their friends. So like my daughter likes to, they'll do, you know, like Play-Doh and painting and stuff, and they'll hang out and talk about what's going on and what, you know, what they have, what they're doing. Nice, Mona. Well, for me, Sherry, and I think I mentioned it before, because I had meningitis in the fall and with my tonsils having acting up they were the last few months, I was a little bit more susceptible to it. And I gotta be honest, I don't relish the idea of potentially needing to go back into the hospital. So for me, the risk just isn't worth it. I have much more peace of mind when we just hang out. And for the kids, they're young enough, they're not keeping their hands out of their mouths. So we have to keep them away from other children. All right, we're going to use wine red. Wine red here, and that is number 33. Well, I'm excited for Spooktober, though. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and there's loads of new images, so it's gonna be great. You know, in hindsight, I think that was supposed to be a leaf. Oh well. It's a bud now. I should know better because it was my page, but... oh well. We're changing it up. Alright, let's grab Pink Matter Lake. Me too, Sherry. Me too. Oh, yeah. Definitely, Deborah. That's rough. Alright, 29. Oh, good, Deborah. I'm so glad. And it's especially hard because it's like nerve-wracking going to the hospital. I was not thrilled to go there for my tonsillectomy, but what are you going to do? Tonsils are out now, so ideally I won't have to deal with them. I feel so silly making a mistake on my own drawing that I drew. Like, legit, that was supposed to be a leaf, but it's a bud now. Alright, and then let's go ahead and actually grab cream again. This yellow. Oh, forgot this one down here. Did you draw some new art for Spooktober? I did indeed, Allie. I did indeed. Yeah, I'm going to have 2 images in Spooktober. I have another fall image that's not part of Spooktober, but I may throw it up at that same time anyway. Okay, and then white. There we are. All right, let's zoom on out. I know it's bright, bear with. There we go. All right. Cool, cool. Cool beans. All right, it's this light here. It kind of blows out the color a little bit. There we go. That's better. All right. Now let's do this stuff here in the back. See, we got this. We can finish this. Yes, in some places I'm using the Caran d'Ache blender pencil, and otherwise I'm using the Prismacolor white, or I'll use like the Caran d'Ache white. I usually use the Prismacolor white just because it's cheaper. But aw, thanks, Deborah. Oh, good, Deborah. That's so nice. All right, we're gonna use raw umber, which I already have out. Just gotta find, okay, raw umber. And it's a small space, so we're not gonna do a ton, but we'll grab raw umber, gold ochre. Did we get that out already? We did not. Gold ochre and cream, I think, is what we want. So we're going to sharpen this real quick. Nice sharp point here. Same thing with the raw umber. Okay. Brush away this extra here. All right, so see, I want to make sure. It's like I said, it's funny. I drew it, but I gotta like look it over to make sure I don't mistake anything. All right, so raw umber. Start here. I finally finished catching up with all the Call the Midwife. I'm curious how much longer they'll be able to have it go for. I do like that Trixie has stayed. You know, obviously a lot of the same nuns are there too, but I do like that Trixie has stayed throughout the entire series. Blender pens. I haven't used the colorless blender pens too much. Do you have a favorite brand, Sherry? All right. We'll grab the gold ochre. see if we can finish this tonight. Then that means we can go ahead and do that page from the mini book, which would be super cool. Just have to use it cautiously. That's fair. All right. Now we're going to use raw umber. Make sure we're in frame here. Are we? There we go. We're good. Let's lighten this just a bit. Maybe? Or is that too bright? Nah, that's too bright. Sorry, I know I fiddle with the lighting a lot. Like, I wish I could just get it for you to look exactly the way it looks in real life. Usually the pictures I post are pretty accurate. It's now as Finesse, but I've used Art Loft too. Oh, okay, very cool. Art Loft, that's a Michael's brand, isn't it? Yeah, Michael's brands are pretty good. I've used some of their paints. I mean, I generally default going to Hobby Lobby just because... I don't know why. I guess I just do. But, yeah, Michael's brand's pretty good. The burnishing pencils in Color Splendor, but my favorite is the Prismacolor Cream. Yeah, I use that one a lot. Prismacolor White, Grand Ash White, and the Grand Ash Luminance Blender. Yeah, I could see that. It's kind of like with any blender. You just have to make sure you have a clean tip and maybe start from the lightest color. But yeah, I could definitely see that. Just using that raw umber still on the tips here. An idea for a cool blend we're going to do on these little bulbs here. Okay. No, that's fair because you're adding a warm color on top of it, so it's not going to be quite as vibrant as maybe it would be, so it tones it down just a little bit. All right, Gold Ochre, number 83. I love using like yellowish colors as a highlight. I started doing that when I was using the Ergosoft a lot more because I wanted some sort of different highlight because white didn't do much good. Because Ergosofts are much harder lead. I'm also concentrating, so if I'm speaking haltingly, it's because I'm thinking at the same time. Oh, yellow highlighters. That's interesting. We always order 6 extra creams in our book order. Nice, Mary. That's good, Aspie. All right, now cream. I think we'll definitely use a bit of white here just to... because it's a little bit brighter yellow than I anticipated. So we're going to use a little bit of white to tone it down just a bit. I cannot wait for that order with replacement whites to get here. Seriously. Aw, thanks, Mona. Alright, we're going to give this Prismacolor white quick sharpen, just because sharp point I'll try not to color as hard. Doesn't break on me. Doing it a little bit. It'll make more sense when I zoom out here and you can see it all together. Gold ochre was a little bit brighter than I... Sometimes you can't really see that until you get it on the actual paper. Alright, we're almost done. I want to do one more thing. Let's grab cinnamon. Cinnamon, cinnamon, cinnamon. Aw, Sherry, I'm sure it looks great. There we go. Oh, no, that was not sharp enough. Hang on. There we go. All right, so we have cinnamon. Add a little bit on one side here. I like this song. I don't know if you guys can actually hear the music of this song that's on. This is Steve and I jokingly refer to as my hype song. I like listening to it before I stream. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Sounds good, Melissa. Have a great night. Okay, I'll turn it back down. Okay. All right, let's zoom out just a bit. Turn it down. There we go. Okay, it's coming along. It's coming along, it's coming along. We got one more thing to do. All right, so we're gonna start with the bulbs first. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And we're gonna get some darker greens at the top. You can, Sherry. It's more significant for channels that are monetized. If I were to play something like if I were to pop NSYNC up on here, my channel would get hit for copyright and my video would get demonetized. And if you get enough dings on your channel for copyright music, they will shut down your channel. So, probably if I was significantly smaller, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But it's not just people that are going through and like hearing copyright music. What it is it's, imagine a bot that goes through and it will recognize, kind of like programs that recognize words and conversations that may flag them. It will be able to recognize certain tunes. There's a whole, you know, library of tunes, and it can recognize like, hey, this is similar to this. You'll get a notice, it'll ding your video, it'll get demonetized. And like I said, if you get enough hits of demonetization or, you know, of copyright infringement, you will yeah, they'll shut down your channel. So yeah, copyright dings are bad. Ask Cat Filters. Yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember. But yeah, that's why Shannon was yelling at Brian when he was singing that song. So if I want my channel to stay happy and clear the way it is, I have to make sure that I'm not doing that. Which is fine. I mean, I have Epidemic Sound, so I can have this music, you know, and I choose stuff specifically. Like I have a whole playlist that has, gosh, I don't know how many songs. But yeah, it is peace of mind being able to have that. But yeah. Yeah, well, and YouTube has Shannon the high rolling. YouTube has, you know, music that you can put on there, but being able to have my own music sure makes it a lot easier, because I can just turn on a playlist and then you guys can listen to it too. I mean, it's generally pretty quiet when I talk. I try not to have it louder than I am. But yeah, you can get in trouble. The unfun side of streaming, I suppose. The technical side of it. Okay, we're gonna go true green to apple green. Apple green, and then cream, and then orange yellow. Orange yellow. And then orange yellow and medium flesh is what we're going to use. Where is it? Medium flesh. Yeah, medium flesh. All right, let's sharpen a couple of these. When Shannon posted, I know it's the eye roll emotes, but I was imagining, you know, Mary saying that Mary rolls her whole head. That's what I was thinking. Unless it's the upside down smiley, but I imagine that Shannon's rolling her whole head. Okay. Let's make sure these are all nice and sharp. Yeah. Just did that. Yep. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind as much now because I do epidemic sound, and if I wasn't doing videos as regularly, it probably wouldn't be worth it, because it's like 15 bucks a month or something like that, but considering how often I post, it's definitely worth it for me. Okay, so we have 6 colors here that we're all going to use on these bulbs. I think, you know, in real life, I don't remember what kind of plant this was, but I think these are like more supposed to be a brown, but I'm doing them whatever kind of color I want. All right, so let's zoom in and we'll lighten it. Give me one sec. There we go. All right. So we're going to start with sea green. Yeah, so Brian, if you're listening to, that's why you got in trouble. I know Twitch used to not be as particular about it, but Twitch, which is another streaming service, if you don't know, but Twitch has really started to crack down on it also. I think there's some wiggle room when it comes to things like TikTok and Instagram when you play like portions of a song. You know, they've got different licensing rights with it and everything, but as far as YouTube is concerned, yeah, you have to be pretty particular. All right, emerald green. Yeah, I have some friends who are, you know, I have a streamer community, which is why I know a lot of the little tips and tricks for streaming. Because I have a lot of friends that stream professionally on Twitch. But Twitch is definitely centered more around like gaming streaming. You know, there are some artists on there, but I don't think my genre would have fit in there. Not to mention, I mean, all of you are on YouTube, so it would have been silly for me to stream on Twitch. But I do have some friends that are on there, which is why I know a lot of this stuff. But, you know, and they still do. And Steve and I have our gaming side, so we enjoy watching some streamers who like to play the games we like. Aw, Sherry. But that's honestly where I learned a lot of, you know, things like Nightbot and all the different little things that I do on here stem from what I learned from them. He's sound asleep. We think he may have broken his wrist. Oh no, Shannon, how did he do that? What was he doing? He was really mashing those Prismacolors, wasn't he? Oh my gosh. What did he do? He didn't actually try to toss you in the river, did he? Seem to recall there were some conversations. Because if he actually tried to toss you in the river, I might have to go have a chat with him. Let's see, orange yellow now. Do another layer of this too. Mona. I told him not to choke that pencil, did I not? Exactly. Putting up shelving at work. Aw, poor guy. Alright, now we're using the medium flesh. Oh, he's only asleep. Oh, poor guy. Hello. Going back up the other way for our other layers here. Which wrist is it? Is this his dominant wrist? I don't know if he's left or right-handed. Good night, Mary. Get some rest. Thanks for hanging out. See you in your next stream. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth switching the same ones. That was the cream. Now we're going to use apple green again. Okay, then we'll grab the, what was it, emerald green. Okay, and then, what was the other one? Sea green. And then we're actually going to use the sea green at the base and stem here also. So that will all kind of tie in with it. But we need a, let's see, what do we want to use for that side color? Indian red? I think maybe Indian red. See, that's cinnamon. Where is the Indian red? Pale, geranium lake. That's purple. We could use the purple. Do we want to use the purple? No, we don't want to use it. Where is the Indian red? Anybody know where I put Indian red? I was using... Oh, yep, right hand. Oh, poor guy. I was using the Artisan. I think I should have used my Polly's mixed media paper. Just wasn't right for it. Aw. Where did I put the Indian red? Raw umber. Cinnamon. Wine red. Gosh, where did I put it? Oh, Indian red. Here it is. Okay. Hang on one second. There we go. All right, Indian red. There we go. I had to have surgery on my right hand once. I couldn't use it for a while. Boy, does that suck. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would. I'll remember that for future reference. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so let's now use really light. I don't want to push too hard, but I do want to smooth this out. But I don't want to use the blender because the blender would make this too bright, and I like the kind of subtle look to it. There we go. All right. Do the other ones real quick now that we know how we want to do it. So we're going to start with sea green. Doing flicks, little flicks. I just saw a spot I wanted to fix. Sometimes I do that. I'll be like, oh, let's just jump over there real quick. Okay. And we've got emerald green. What sharpener am I using? Or are you talking about Sherry? What sharpener? For me, I'm using the Doll 133. It's got a full 150 set of Prismacolors, and they crumble when I try to oh, you're talking with Deborah. Oh, sorry. Okay, I got you. Deborah, how short, oh, there you go, Shannon. Deborah, if you're using, here, I'll show you real quick, actually. One of the key things about having a Prismacolor, I was gonna say, I'm like, Shannon should know. Okay, so one of the things about using a Prismacolor is that you don't want to sharpen them too long because it won't be enough support since it's a softer lead. So you can use two different things. If you have something that has two different holes, so this one is the Staedtler sharpener. You can see it's got graphite color and graphite, one smaller one and one larger one. And I will show you the difference here about how it will look. So if you sharpen, mine's kind of dull, so it's probably going to be a little choppy. If you sharpen with a skinnier one, you'll notice there was a lot more lead exposed. Versus if you sharpen, now this is how it came in the case, but this is a very good example of what you want. The less lead that is exposed, the less like I can't talk. The less likely you are to have breakage, because what you're doing is you're giving your lead extra support. So if you've got a pencil sharpener that sharpens it like this to a long, long point, then you are going to have a chance for more breakage. If you sharpen it shorter, which you can get this effect, so obviously this is how it comes. It's not going to look like this in most sharpeners, but what you can do is instead of using the smaller hole where it fits, use the larger one. So for instance, this is an unsharpened pencil. We're going to pop it in the larger hole. Now keep in mind, it's going to wiggle around a little bit more, but if you can get yourself a sharpener that sharpens it shorter, like this. Now keep in mind, mine's a little bit dull, so it's striding it a little bit more. You're still looking at quite a bit more support for the lead than something like this. And especially if your lead is already a little crumbly or cracked in the barrel, which can happen if they've ever been dropped. You'll have a lot less breakage issues if you shorten. You might need to sharpen it more often because it's coming closer to the wood quicker, but you're giving your lead in general more support than having it exposed like this. And I'll see with my Prismacolors, when that's all I used, I was also very a little rough on my pencils. But yeah, I have learned that as long as your lead can have more support, you'll be okay. Yeah, so try sharpening it on the wider hole. Now, like I said, keep in mind that your pencil is going to wiggle a little bit more because it's a larger space. But just, you know, be slow and careful with it and just try to give your pencils a little bit more support in the wood. Okay, so emerald green. So like, for instance, this is okay for these to have it long because these are a harder lead pencil. But with Prismacolor being more prone to breakage and being softer, the more support you can give them, the better. And also for Prismacolor, if you can color more like up versus at the side, because you're putting more pressure on that lead, so it's going to be more likely to break, versus if you color it being up a little bit more, you're pushing up into the lead versus pushing on the side. So that can have a lot to do with the strength of your Prismacolors as well. And also having a lighter hand helps as well. Okay, where did apple green go? Is that it right there? That is it. Apple green. Yes, you do. Yeah, what Shannon said. So here you can adjust your height and your sharpness. It's really a very handy sharpener. I like it. Oh, yeah, Deborah, there is a giant difference between the older quality and the newer. Yeah, that's a common complaint with a lot of the newer Prismacolors, myself included. I'm not thrilled with it. But you can't beat their blending creaminess, so if you can work around it, they're worth it. Like I said, Prismacolors were a great kind of training pencil for me. Okay, and we're going to use cream. And then we're going to use the orange yellow. And then medium flesh. Yeah, I could see that, Sherry. I could see that. All right, medium flesh. Okay, and then the orange again. A little bit. We'll grab our yellows. Then apple green. Then emerald green. And sea green. And we'll grab our India red. Wherever that went, there it is. We're gonna grab our white. Let's see. Do an adjustable crank sharpener when I get one of those. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, sounds good, Shannon. Oh, I know it's getting late. Thank you everyone for sticking it out. Sometimes I just have a hard time stopping if I'm just so close to finishing. Just want to keep going. Last night I found an old Prismacolor that I bought open stock at a store and then went out of business 20 years ago. It hadn't been sharpened yet. Oh my gosh, Deborah, that's amazing. What time is it anyway? I don't even know. 11:16? Yeah, see, I've totally lost track of time. Steve's probably feeling a little impatient. I don't know. I might have to call it. I don't know. I mean, I've showed you kind of how I did the bulbs. And we did leaves. I could color the rest of this off stream. What do we think? It is getting pretty late. 11:16 already. It is a weekday. So I think what I'm planning on doing is the rest of the bulbs are going to look like this. Have this blend. And then I'm probably going to use some of these colors minus the pink and the orange to color the leaves as well. So yeah, I might call it a night too. I can hear Steve wrestling around out there and I think he might be itching to head to bed because he does have to work tomorrow. So yeah, I've shown you how I'm going to color the bulbs. Like I said, I'll use the same kind of colors for the leaves so it all kind of ties in. But yeah, I think I will go ahead and call it. And we'll be done with this page too. I'll color the rest off stream. And then Friday, as long as there's no hitch in the mail, I should get Johanna's mini book. So Friday, we'll color that page for mini book and we will use Castle Arts. And Saturday, we'll have our gold stream and then we'll have normal streams Monday and Friday. And then after that, it's the Spooktober Colorthon. So we've got loads to do. Yep, Ray, us too. Us too. So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for being here. And Ray, I saw you subscribe 21 hours ago, so thank you for subscribing. And Kat, thank you again for your super chat. Michelle, thank you for your super chat. You all are absolutely amazing. Thank you for staying here and chatting with me. And I will see you on Friday. We got a bit of a gap of time, but we'll be back on Friday. All right. So everyone, stay healthy. Stay safe. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you all in a few days. And I'm sure I'll be in some streams with all of you too. All right. So have a great night.